Hello everyone. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to use the cut fill tool in ArcGIS Pro. We're gonna perform an erosion and deposition analysis. So now let's get started. A cut fill provides a surface differencing for us, which allows us to see when a digital elevation model is it gaining or losing, where a sediment deposition may be occurring or where the erosion may be occurring. And it is also very useful for comparing the volume of two different rasters if each represents some sort of surface elevation. So here the short summary about the cut fill tool in Spatial Analyst. So it calculates the volume change between two surfaces. So this is typically used for cut and fill operations. And the usage here, so I will show you the one of the usage here. That is, cut fill tool enables you to create a map based on two input surfaces before and after displaying the areas and volume of the surface material that have been modified by a removal or an addition of material, for example erosion and deposition. And these are the different other usages. You can go through it. So we're going to get back to ArcGIS Pro. So in the content section, we have three different layers. One is the study area, and followed by we have our the AOI area of interest DEM here, and followed by the buffer DEM. So I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna turn on the buffer DEM, and I'm gonna turn off this AOI DEM. So let me zoom in here. So here we have two different digital elevation model. So below we have the buffer DEM, and above we have this particular DEM called AOI DEM. Let me show you that. So I'm going to zoom in here. So basically we're going to use these two rasters to DEM data to identify the erosional and depositional areas in this area. So for example, in this specific region, so we're going to identify the erosional and depositional areas in this study region. So basically I want to know how different they are. So to get that answer, first we're going to navigate to the geoprocessing section. So now first we're going to navigate to this option called analysis section here. So I'm going to click this analysis section, and in that I'm going to select this particular option called tools, so which is geoprocessing. So once you click that, a window pop up here saying geoprocessing, and in that I'm going to specifically navigate to the toolbox here. So in the toolbox I'm going to navigate to this option called Spatial Analyst. So Spatial Analyst tool. So here you can able to see that. I'm going to click this, and in that I'm going to navigate to this particular tool called Surface. So let me navigate to this tool called Surface, and in that I'm going to select this particular tool called Cut Fill. So you can go through the details about this particular tool. So it calculates the volume change between two surfaces. This is typically used for cut and fill operations. So the next option is in the parameters section. We're going to navigate to this option called input before surface raster surface. So in that I'm going to select my before raster, so which is the particular raster called buffer DEM. And the next option is the input after a raster surface. So in that I'm going to select this particular raster called AOI DEM. So this is before and after, this is before DEM and this is after DEM. So to explain this, let me show you one more thing here. So basically what we are identifying is, for example, this is the before surface raster. So where it has a depression here, so you can able to see. So you can able to see there is a valley like feature here in, for example, in 1980s. And in the 1990s, as a result of the erosion, the sediments get deposited in this basin or a valley. So now it gets filled up here in 1990s. So you can able to see. So to find this difference, we are using this tool called the cut fill. So now let me get back to ArcGIS Pro. So basically this is the after DEM and this is the before DEM. So once you selected your before DEM and after that you selected your after DEM, Next, you have to select your output location where you could like to save this analysis. So I'm gonna select. So I'm gonna click this option. So once you navigated to your suitable folder location, so I'm gonna click OK, and here I'm gonna give it a name here. So here I'm gonna give it a name here. For example, I'm gonna mention as cutfill dot diff, and I'm gonna click. So I'm gonna click OK, and the next step is I'm gonna navigate to the environments here. So in the environments, in the extent section here, so we're going to navigate to the processing extent, and in that we have this option called extend to the layer. So I'm going to click this down arrow button, and I'm going to select study area. So once you selected your study area, so the next step is the raster analysis. So in that I'm going to navigate to this option called mask, and I'm going to select by. So I'm going to select my study area, and leave the rest as the default. And you can also give it a different name. For example, I'm going to mention as a difference here. So I'm going to add difference cut fill. So the next I'm going to run this tool. So I'm going to click this option called run. So the tool has run, the cut fill has completed. So right now we have this result here. So right now we have our result here. So which states this is the layer, difference cut fill. So it gave us three different the subclasses, which states net gain, unchanged, and net loss. So before going into the interpretation of this particular raster, let me show you. So how the cut fill works. So the cut fill tool summarizes the area and volumes of changes from cut and fill operations. By taking the surface of a given location at two different time period, it identifies the region of surface material removal and surface material addition, and the areas where the surface has not changed. For example, the cut fill tool identifies the region of sediment erosion and deposition in a river valley. So it calculates the volume and the area of surface material to be removed, and the area to be filled to a level, a site for building construction, and identify the area that become frequently inundated with surface material during a mudslide in a study to locate the safe areas of stable land for building homes. And the next is we're going to show this using the cut fill for river morphology. So using the river morphology as an example to track the amount and the location of erosion and deposition in a river valley, a series of cross section needs to be taken through the valley and surveyed on a regular basis to verify the regions of sediment erosion and deposition. So the following graph shows as the side profile of one of the cross sections in the surface that has experienced changes where the material has been removed from some areas and added to others. So the first raster, the first graphic shows the surface in its original state. So 1980s, for example, this is the where a depression here you can able to see, and these are the sediments here. These are sediments, and this is the depression. And then the second graphic that shows the surface after a period of time where the erosion and erosional and depositional forces have acted on it. For example, in 1990. So this is the after surface profile. And last is a And the third image or the third graphic shows the cut fill tool identifies the area where the material has been removed and where it has been gained. So basically the blue areas which indicates the erosions, and the red areas which indicates the deposition. The blue areas are the cuts, and the deposition, the red areas are the fills. So the cut fill helps us by calculating the areas and the location of each of these. So it basically shows us which areas had filled in the DEM and which areas were eroded in the DEM. And then it gives us totals for each of these as a raster attribute table. So for example, let me change the net gain area to a different color. So more red color so you can able to see. And the unchanged area, so I'm going to give it an yellow color. You can see it now more clearly. So right now we have three different colors here. So one of the red which represents the net gain, and the yellow which represents the unchanged areas, and the blue areas, for example this section, so which represents the net loss. So the net gain basically the deposition, and the net loss it is the erosion, and yellow is the unchanged. Basically, the yellow is unchanged by any fluvial agents. So you can able to see this the net gain and net loss. And now let us take a look at an attribute table of this layer. So we're going to navigate to the this layer, and I'm going to right click and click this option called attribute table. So it's going to load the attribute table. So we have different fields here. So we're going to specifically focus on this set of fields here. For example, the area and the volume. So this particular field called volume, if I want to find the total changes in a digital elevation model, so I can right click on this volume here, and we're going to visualize the statistics here. So this is a graphical way of seeing the volume field. So let me navigate to the field, and again I can right click on this volume, and I'm going to click this option called explore statistics. And right now let me navigate to this part of the towards right side here. So here so this is the sum value here, so we can able to see this value. So here I can go through the different statistics here, starting with the minimum value, the maximum, the mean, standard deviation, and followed by the median and the counts, and last is the sum range, sum and range. And if we have other information about the screwness and the CV. And basically here the sum value, which states the sum of total changes here, which is indicated in the sum. So this particular one. So actually the in sum we have the positive value, which actually indicates the loss. So this is the total net loss of across the surface. So basically a positive value states the more areas are removed, that is the net loss, and the negative area, which states the net gain, or so the negative value, which states the more areas were added. So now let me get back to the attribute table here. For example, in the volume we have this negative value, which actually states the net gain. So net gain, negative value means the net gain, and the positive value means the net loss. For example, here you can able to see, so this particular value has a negative, means the net gain, and the positive value is the net loss. So a negative means actually a gained value on the landscape, and a positive value which states the lost value on the landscape. And let me close this. So I'm going to close the attribute table here. So next I'm going to show you, I'm going to navigate this per layer called to our difference cut fill, so raster. So I'm going to right click, and in that now I'm going to navigate to the option called symbology. So in the symbology, the field we have selected is volume here. You can be able to see we have selected volume, but instead of 3 classes, for example, I'm going to select 7 classes, and I'm going to change the color here, for example. So let me select a different color scheme here. So I'm going to select this particular color scheme. So from this symbology here, I've selected 7 classes here. So the negative value, which states the net gain, and the positive value, which states the net loss. So based on this, you can able to see over the southern part of the area, we have a lot of net gain, and also in the northern areas, we have a lot of net gain, and also few this part of in the central towards eastern part, a bit of gain can be observed, but the net loss covers towards the complete western part and the central areas, the red areas, which shows the net loss. Basically, a negative value states the net gain, and the positive value which states the net loss. So from here, you can identify the erosional as well as the depositional area. So we have these areas which indicate green areas or the depositional areas, and the red areas, red and the orange and yellow areas, which indicates the erosional area in the study region. Especially the central part of this part of areas, as we can able to see this particular red color, which states the erosion, and this particular area has a deposition. So in this video, I have shown you how to use a cut fill tool in ArcGIS Pro for erosional and depositional analysis. So thanks for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to our channel and give us a like.